Yay! We done it. We're back. I do believe I have solved the issue in regards to why we were getting such nasty compression. And don't laugh, please, but it was the HDMI cable into the Elgato wasn't properly connected. The card, I actually have it like hanging behind my desk just to keep it clear, you know, but in doing so I think the HDMI came out of the socket just a little bit, and that the audio track wasn't fully being transmitted, so we were getting like this kind of half of the audio signal. I mean, I'm listening to it right now and it is infinitely clearer than it was before, and considering that what I was hearing is what you guys were hearing, this should be much better. Oh, I love the world tree. It is so cool. Even if the illusion is broken, the concept is wild. Even just the view. We have the glyphs on the edge of the tree. Moror Dane looming over us in the distance. Uraya and Genbu hiding in the cloud sea. Genbu's really quite big. You don't get to appreciate. Whoa! Oh, yeah, you can already hear the voices are far clearer than they were before. It's a world of difference. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Welcome to the end game of Xenoblade 2, guys. Double spinning edge. Got him. Alright. So, with Mikhail's sacrifice not being in vain, let's move on. This is actually one of the first, or not one of the first, but one of the roadblocks that I ran into when playing this for my first time. This panel right here. I didn't have many of the rare blades, so who's got electric? Gora does. Is she level 2? Level 3, we're good.
It's been a long time coming. Always cute and fierce, though. Now it's my time.
Yes, Cora, it is. And you will unlock this panel for us, and you will be immediately subbed back out for Telos. If it wasn't abundantly obvious, we are playing in New Game Plus. This is my second run through the game.
Don't expect me to do everything for you.
I'm not, God. This is my second run through after playing most of the end game for my first run. God, I love it. This place is so cool. Talk about a dramatic hallway. Traveling Bard. What items do you have to give me? Master Evasion Wand. That's actually kind of tempting. I've got 4.7 million bonus XP. So I'm gonna hold on to that personally, I think. I think that's my move.
What have we here?
Nice. Very nice.
I bet I can take you. Think you can take me? Yes, I do. Where do you go?
Must have Sensed our skill.
It's appearing.
I am ready for anything. Spineless.
Yep, you got us. Alright, I tried. Now we have an actual break. Topple him. Let's do this. Boom. Yes, Cosmos. Where am I? It's a Telos section. Boom. 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 You know, Zeke could really benefit from that Master Invasion mod. Training. Do it. Take him down. Fine. You're gonna make us attack. Let's do it.
My power grows one with pirates. One ship.
Take him down. Level it. Topple him. Okay. So where were
I
we?
am a raging whirlwind.
Yes, you are, Zenobia. Good job.
You're all mine.
Bonus. I could use some more rare core crystals, if I'm to be frank. That reminds me. I need the Ardu. You know, let's just down this guy because we can.
Put your best foot forward. Just watch this.
Boom! Let's go for the fire. Or not. Or just hate. Soon Zeke is gonna be ready. Come on, get your level 2 up. Zeke! Thank you. Hilbert effect. Come on, Nia. Boom. Boom. Should we get in the dark, do you think? Ow! Take him out. Boom. 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 Nicely done. Master of... Oh, we got a... That's a level 5 for Nia.
Request
And a level
denied.
5 for Cosmos. Why can't I pause? There we go. We got a little stuck there for a minute. Level 5 on Nia.
Oh, so that's what that's for.
Sell items. Veggies. Trees. This is a dumb affinity requirement. I gotta be honest with you. Look at this. Jump 6 3,000 times. Across my entire first playthrough, I was just over 3,000. Like, what? Magdalene 16. That's her level 2, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Godfrey, actually... Oh, Morag's almost got that level 5. Nice! Defeat Glamorous Alfred, Cold Judgment. Okay. A driver combo finisher. So is that like smash an enemy into the ground? Or is it launch to kill? You know? Block attacks. It's probably something. Circuit. Okay, that's easy. What's this guy? Breaking Wave. That's a level 2, isn't it? I'm surprised I don't have that. Hidden House. That's dumb. That's the problem. I like filling these out, but I just don't have the patience for a lot of it. 2 people at the Cliffs of Martha. I could do a lot of these. Why don't I have these done? Ooh, Cosmos had a lot.
Conversion rate increased.
Nice. So that's literally just using R-Wave several times. Or R-Blade, sorry. Finish enemy 40? Holy moly. 4-blade combos. Defeat Spanner Bunnets. Okay. And this, collect stuff. What does that mean? Like, come on. Poppies. Yeah. I don't like using Tora personally, just because I love his voice when you first meet him, you know? That's back in chapter 2? Yeah? Yeah, chapter 2. And his delivery there is excellent in cutscenes, but his voice in battle is horrendous. I don't have any rare core crystals left, do I? Oh, I've got 1. Let's see. Let's see if I get lucky, you know? Nope. Nah, that's it. That's all we're getting. I'm only missing 2 of them. I've got all the regular rare blades, but I'm missing Mikhail. I should get this chapter, I believe. What's that guy's name? He's Petroka's blade. And I'm missing Petroka herself as well. Okay. Let's keep our momentum up. What's it gonna be? Like another chest up there? I think I can go without that, to be honest. Let's head up for the elevator. Oh, that's a big man. I bet I could take him down. Let's do it.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Ooh, this guy's unique. Come on, Zeke, keep it together. Whoa! What? We need one of these stat. Boom.
New enemy in the mix. Just give me the arms, Lady
Boom! Aqua launch. See, I wish those two were reversed. Because they do the driver combo on the left to keep with the UI. But then it doesn't read well, you know? Okay, that's the dark. So that's water and dark that we have loaded up.
Bridget, to arms, Lady Morai. Just give me the arms.
Let's get another light combo up. Or rather, just get light up at all. Go Mithra. We have water already. Kaboom! Supernova. Okay, next let's set up... we can do ice or fire. But let's do ice. Or it looks like we're ready for fire instead. Not going. Mega explosion. This might kill. Yeah.
Fire is one.
That's a dead man.
Just give me the order.
Gamma. Hawkscore. Actually, let's get Telos back out. I need more experience. Boom. 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 Partial off of the art. Nice. That should be a dead. Excellent. Oh, we got another Cosmos. What'd you get? Cool.
Support systems upgraded.
Excelente. Did we manage to kill these two guys while we were fighting the other one? Dang! Unintentionally powerful. Let's go to this top. Ooh, excuse me. My apologies. This is a long elevator. Almost to the top. Oh yeah, long walkway. Here we go. See, I don't remember too much about the World Tree, truth be told, because you don't have to come here very often in the postgame. Though if I'm to be frank, I don't remember too much about many of these areas.
What do you see?
What do I see? I see a bunch of people struggling to stay alive. Same as almost everyone else on Allrest right now.
Zeke, have you ever taken a person's life?
Can't say I have. Never seen the need for it myself.
Oh?
Why does anyone kill others? Because they're in your way, or because you can't bear the sight of them? You kill because you're weak. But I'm not weak, so I don't need to kill anyone. And I don't mean physically, yeah? I mean in here.
I suppose that makes me weak then. But that weakness is why I'm standing here today.
So you hate them. Humans.
No. I hate this world.
I hate this world. Meme. I love this world.
Chum,
Huh?
do you like this world?
What?
Just give me a straight answer.
Yeah. Sure, there's plenty of room for improvement, but then there's also plenty of stuff that's awesome.
What about us?
Huh?
I think Charlotte's about to propose. What?
Fleabag. I mean, how do you feel about us? People.
Whew. I was worried then.
You should be so lucky. Anyway, what's your answer?
Ooh, that's a tough one. People can be fun to be around, but sometimes they're hard to deal with. And then there's mean types, like that Banner.
For sure.
But life's about taking the good with the bad, right? So yeah, I like people. And I like myself, and I'm people.
All right, Big Ed.
I see. Well, that's you all over. I'm relieved.
What?
Well, suppose a guy who hated himself had the power that you do. If someone like that were to meet the architect, I wouldn't be surprised if they wished for the whole world to disappear.
Okay. It's the late game is where this one really comes together. I feel. All right, miniature critique time. What I think Xenoblade 2 does, it tries to sell you on the lighthearted nature of this game relative to the others early on. Think about like chapters 1 or no. Let me rephrase that. Chapters 2 through like 4. 2 through 4, I would say. Those are when you get like all the silly moments. So they do the anime special effects, like the bright eyes, the little teardrop of nervousness. You know what I mean? The little sound effects that you only hear in like cartoons. They drop all that once you hit like chapter 5, and that's when I think Xenoblade 2 really starts to shine. If it were up to me, I would I appreciate the humor. I think I'm caught in my own chair. How did I do that? How did I do that? There we go. I fixed it. If it were up to me, I would keep the humor, but dial back the how do you want to say it? The in your face about it kind of thing. Like keep the jokes, keep the silliness, but tone down the special effects on top of it, you know? Like, you don't have to add the sparkle eyes. You can just show through the character's emotion in their face that teardrop. You could show the camera focus shapes. You don't have to do like the anime lines necessarily. You know exactly what I mean, like the lines on the corner of the screen showing like intensity. I don't think you need that. And I think that's where the later half of the game really shines, is it strides a fine line between taking itself seriously with cutscenes like that last one we just saw, but also keeping those hints of humor from characters like Nia and Zeke, how they play off each other. You know, that's my thought. That's my thought.
What's up, Jin?
So this is where it ends.
Huh? You say something?
No,
Well, that's a lie.
I'll stay here.
That's a neat touch.
go
I never
fulfill
noticed
our
the core
goal.
crystal on his sword is also red.
What are you saying? We promised we'd go together, didn't we?
We did, once.
You okay?
That's another thing
I'm
I
just
really like that they
waiting.
do in this game, is that they're able to
For the
seamlessly
boy.
transition between
I was told to wait.
basic cutscenes where it's stock animations, you know, and these fully animated ones on the fly, like just like that.
I'll be watching. All of you.
Are you sure?
I am.
Bromance. Super nitpicky, but I wish the loading screen was better.
Hey, you! You wouldn't
I'll
happen to
explain
be
shortly.
Ornelia's former blade, would you?
Ornelia? No, I'm...
From the Territorial Defense Corps! It's you!
What?
Oh, I remember 'em well, even though I was knee-high to a grasshopper back then. With that sword slung across your back, you were so cool. If you hadn't come when you did, our village would have been... Oh, yes! The house you used to live in is still out there on the outskirts.
House? This long
I
war
love
for
this track.
independence will soon come to an end. It is not only the war that will soon be over. Her life, too, is about to end. And when she meets her end, so too will I.
That was a little ahead of the track on that one.
Unsullied by her death, I will merely return to my core to await my eventual reawakening. I will sleep as at the end of any other day. When I awake, will I be the same person as before? If the architect does indeed exist, I wish I could ask him, who am I truly? Whence did I come? Whither am I headed? If I were a praying man, I'd pray this journal finds its way to you. Trusting that it will, I will use these last words to pass down a means of carving the bond between myself and my partner into this flesh. This is how it is done.
My, how terribly desolate. I heard it's been 90 years, but... What is it? Did you remember something?
No. It's nothing.
Really? That's too bad. I would have liked to have learnt about the old you.
I am who I am. I do not change.
I really like how they kind of slowly dole out the backstory as you go. Just a good storytelling choice.
You came.
Jin,
Are you alone? Where's Malos?
He went ahead.
well then, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
For us? Are you trying to stop us going after Malos?
Perhaps. I want to see for myself. If this world has any will of its own, which one would it choose? You or Malos?
Then, you should let us pass.
That I cannot do.
But why? In your state, you should barely be able to stand. You know, if we fight now, you'll...
You see right through me, Mithra. But I made a promise. I'll do whatever it takes to fulfill his desire.
Even if it means your death.
Gladly.
Jin.
Ooh. I forgot that little
It
effect
looks
he
like we
does
won't
when
get past without a
transform.
fight.
It wasn't the
Chum,
usual transformation.
seems so.
It was a little ring.
We'll give it all we've got. Come on!
As it should be.
Come at me, boy!
I like how the tombstone is still there. Top of him. This man's got good healing. Or evasion, sorry, wrong word. Come on. Give it. Thank you. Alright. I wanted to make sure that I got that off using Okay, that's a water orb. Oh, Zeke's down. Alright. This man.
Hit it, Ultra Slap.
I should have taken a glance at what the water trees are, because I don't know them off the back of my head. Oh, I got an idea. I'll do fire, water, something.
Ultra Slap. Stop slacking on.
Oh! And Zeke's back down. God! Come on, man, you gotta get up. And I'm down now. Cool. Wait, what happened to my bar? I thought I had 2. Did I only have 1?
It's fine, we'll get
I
him
think I
yet.
kind of borked
Try
that.
to do it properly this time.
Yeah, we're gonna do it properly this time.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Double spinning Ultra
Ah, good defense against the break.
Try to keep it up. And now. I'm just as we go. Here we go, Rex.
Sky
It won't be that easy. Much of it. Watch this. Armor failed. He'll hold the hellfire.
Ultra Slap.
Go for the water. Let's do the same plan. Boom, 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 boom. It would help if I could actually dodge. Or land a hit. That's what I meant to say. Ah! I hate the sword. You can't do much about it either. That's the problem. That's all I needed. Okay, hold off a moment. Ow, ow, ow! Take a minute. Heal up.
Make sure they're kept.
Good, I timed that well. Okay, now let's get fire, water, fire. Or ice, depending on whichever more it has right now. Nice. Oh! If I got that top lane just a second sooner. Ow, 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 ow. Oh my good god. Quick, get me up, get me up, get me up. Quick, 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 quick. Thank you.
Cheers, Zeke. Mithra. Never fear, I got this.
Of course, you missed both of them. Zeke, go for it. Take it, take it. Oh, that was it. Cosmos killed him. That was beautiful. I could have maybe alternatively done a chain attack with Numa. That probably would have killed him as well. But I like the blade combos.
You still got it. But so do we. Oh, no, you don't.
The power to manifest what you imagine. Truly awesome. That power comes from the Architect. Why do you wield it for mortal's sake?
To get to Elysium.
And then what?
Fight choreography.
Open it up to humans? Share it out between them?
Do you even need to ask? Obviously.
And then what? Can't you see where that leads?
What are you saying?
Humans will make Elysium into another Mortha. Just as they did with Torna 500 years ago.
I won't let that happen.
And after you die, what then? Who will stop the inevitable?
Isn't that the reason that you blades exist?
What?
And when I'm not around to stand by you in that effort, someone else will.
Rex gets much better in the late game. Or should I say Al Weaver, his voice actor.
That's right. When a person dies, that's it for them. But their thoughts and memories will always be passed on to someone else. Isn't that the same with you, Blades?
Tell
Your
me
past selves
that the true
get
just
passed
doesn't
down to
look like the
someone
true
else
Minato.
to become
Come
your
on.
new selves?
I swear.
Isn't that how
I
you've
thought it
always
was going to
lived?
be the true Minato.
We're no
when they
different.
talked about it. I'll shut up now. Good scene.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always.
Blades become titans when the time is up, and those titans give birth to many new
Goosebumps from
blades,
that.
all while forming the world beneath our feet. It's awesome.
It really is.
It's enough to make me envious.
Hey, I'm
Envious.
looking at. We got 4 viewers in here.
Of us?
Who we got?
So I'd
Who we
like
got?
to ask
Who's
the
here?
architect, Pyra, Mithra, all of you, why did he
Hey, you
create all
guys.
these
Well,
incredible
one of them
people?
is that bot.
Actually,
DC
I think I might
Junkie.
already know the answer.
Ernst72, Slow
but
Cool.
I'd
What's
still
going on,
like
guys?
to check with the man himself.
To check your answer.
Yeah,
You believe you know the reason we exist?
Jin!
Akos, Petroka.
Petroka.
I won't let you kill Jen.
Stand down, Petroka.
But
It is over for us now. There is nothing more. We've done
I wonder what that
all
pendant
that
on,
we
on
have
his
to.
neck is.
Jin, Nia,
Me?
your power. Can you use it on Jin?
Well, sure. It'll only be a temporary measure, but
Don't expect any thanks.
Blade Nia's
We'll
got
go
one of
back
the best
first
designs
and
in the
prep
game,
Jin
in
for
my opinion.
treatment.
One of the best character designs.
Akos, make yourself useful.
Super cool.
Yeah, I got him.
Here's our blue boy.
Petroka!
It took me when I first saw this in my first playthrough, I could not tell that was a Malthus.
A
at
Malthus?
first,
Here?
until Zeke said it. Like,
Why does he look like that?
between a Malthus and Egil, I definitely like Egil more, but a Malthus is a good successor.
If the Architect did send blades down to this world, it was for my sake.
To find and raise cores containing more powerful, wondrous, unparalleled data. That is why I created the cleansing procedure. Behold the culmination of my work!
You lunatic. He took the cores from all those blades. So that was the reason for the cleansing.
I am an agent of the Architect's will!
Okay, question. Why is his iris
is he seeing?
super low
Delusions
res
of
compared
grandeur.
to other characters'
You can't
eyes?
just decide stuff like that, dude. You're out of your damn mind.
It is no delusion! Have you forgotten the Aegis's power? That power. Is it not the Aegis's power to erase worthless things from existence? Is that not the Architect's very will?
Pyra and Mithra aren't like that.
I just realized. I know why Malos is so intent on scouring the world. It's you, Amalthus. Malos has become tainted by your influence.
So what if he has? What's the problem? You've had your little trip around Allrest. You've witnessed the state of Moritha. Mankind will never change, no matter
The
how
double
many millennia
layer voice that
pass.
they've got going on here with him is really cool.
You're the one who won't change. That's exactly why you hate those who try to.
And why should I have to change? If I change, I lose everything. I lose my very self. Who in their right mind would accept such a fate? That's why.
You're weak, old man. The weakest of us all.
Petroka!
Subtle choice of music. I really appreciate that they used the main theme in more tracks in the game than they did in Xenoblade 1. The main theme in 1 was so good, but they only used it once. But here, it's a motif in many of the game's tracks, and I really like that.
You wanna kill us? Huh?
You're not human. Flesh eaters?
We were on our way to be transferred to Indol. My sister and I, from Tantal.
They're Tantalese, really.
Sister?
I forgot that.
Here. The boy on the left, that was my driver. The right is Petroka's.
Petroka. Is that her name?
Yes. I'm Akos. Our drivers were brother and sister. That's why.
We're siblings too, you're saying? What a dumb notion. They're them, and we're us. No relation whatsoever.
Even so, these bodies contain the lives of two humans. We are connected.
I don't get why you bother.
Are you happy? I'm asking if it makes you happy, clinging to things like that.
That I don't know. But it's better than having nothing. It's important to me. And that gives me a reason to go on. To live for her.
Those outfits are screaming Tantal.
Akos, stop! He's...
So just smeared that tentacle in
Let
longer
me
as
go.
he stretched it.
You monster!
How dare you? How dare you look down on me? You are mere blade whose very existence depends upon ours.
Rex! He's got Athos!
I'm on it! Not on my watch!
That's a cool shot right there. I kind of wish I took a screenshot.
Let him go, pal! Ah!
This is a strange situation. Fighting so hard to save a member of Torna.
Indeed, but it seems like the right thing to do.
His aim is clear, and so is ours.
More red, Bridget, more red, Bridget. Yes, Poppy.
Thanks.
Friend, welcome.
Poppy, now not time for kind manners.
I believe in returning favors. You owe me for that one.
Much thanks.
How? Who do you people think you are?
Oh, that was a bad line. Oh.
Incorrigible whelps.
Sky
Why would
Bennett actually
humans
commented
side
on
with
recording the
blades?
group screams. It
Is
was
he
funny how they
slow?
did it.
He thinks it's a side to pick? We share a
I don't
bond,
think they came out
you
great.
numbskull. We're all friends here. We're in this thing together.
Bonds? Of friendship? With these trinkets?
Akos! That was surprisingly painful. If I were still a blade, this wouldn't...
Join me.
Huh?
My name is Jin. I am just like you.
Akos's dialogue model is not great. He looks much better in cutscenes. Actually, every character does for that matter. But
Akos! Amalthus.
You stay right there. He's human. So we should be the ones to kick his ass.
I have a heart, no less human.
Then you better take good care of it. That's why you came here. Right?
I have another note to say.
Rex.
We're gonna break the 500-year-long curse right here.
Yeah!
Let's do it!
Okay, that note. When Rex started interrupting Jin, they actually overlapped the lines of dialogue. That's something that I wish they would do more often, because they tend to end the line of dialogue of the character that gets interrupted before the character actually interrupts them. That's how they typically do it in these cutscenes. But they did it right there, and I really appreciate that. It's a very subtle and completely insignificant thing, but I don't know. Can I get a level 3, please? Oh. Cool. Oh, the frames. Oh, I was not prepared for that to overlap. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, did I lose it? Really? Amalthus ultimate attack. Frame drops. Ah! Can I topple him? Get him down! Whoa! Whoa! What? How did he do that? Oh, it reset my counter. Okay, good. We still got more egg. Thank you. Frames! I'm dead. Uh-oh, I'm actually really down. Zeke, get me up, quick. Thank you. I need Mythos level 2. Quick. Get a bunch of crits, please. Thank you. Uh-oh, I'm gonna need Numa. I'm really gonna need Numa. Uh-oh, this isn't good. This is really bad, actually.
This is not your place to fall, Rex.
Good. How did that get interrupted? What just happened there? Frames. Oh, and I'm down. This fight is actually tougher in New Game Plus. I mean, to be fair, I de-leveled myself like 10 levels.
We won't lose again.
But
maybe if we do some
Divine roads.
No effect. It didn't connect.
actually, let's get the light. Or actually, I can do fire. Let's do that. Shield. Perfect. Come on, come on. Come on, Rex. That in. Yeah, sure, go get the diamond mist. Why not? I love how cool that level 3 one looks. Just because that one like actually explodes on him, you know? Let's do Mithra since Zeke is ready. Can I get it in? Nice! That's what I'm talking about. I can probably get Darken. Hit him with the water. Aqua launch. I need to get a level 3 Telos ready. Zeke's down. Not good. Ooh, I thought I missed that. Boom! Oh, he's almost down. Uh-oh. Probably get a fire ready. Or even a light. Boom! That's a dead Amorphous. That's what I'm talking about.
I cannot end like this. Not until I've met the architect.
I kind of made it a self-challenge.
Not until I've erased everything with my own hands!
What?
This is bad. The World Tree cannot take it.
I don't know about you, but that world tree seems
How's that bastard
pretty
still
impressively
standing?
strong compared
After
to
the
that.
incredible thrashing we gave him.
We must stop him!
What?
Jin! Ah! Pyra Rex!
Mithra. You.
Don't get me wrong, okay? I couldn't let him get your core too. That's all. With it, he'd be unstoppable.
Thank you.
All the cores, all the architect's words belong to me!
That's a face. He realized he messed up.
Mia, take care of them both.
I will. Jin, why didn't you kill me when I joined Rex and the others?
It wasn't a mistake, was it? Becoming the blade of someone you trust.
Jin.
I did that too.
Crimson Rex's helmet.
Rex, you have to stop Malus. He's still searching for his own identity. Tell him the answer you found.
Jin.
You should have died with Torna.
Let's end this now. Our duty has been handed down. Malthus!
Your duty is as dust in the wind compared to my destiny.
Jin is the star of this scene.
Architect! I should have been your chosen one! I lived as you wanted me to! I did! I always!
Did that tent just load in? Or was I
Probably.
seeing things?
After all, Pandoria looks pretty damn human for a blade. She'd be worth a lot to some people. They sell them. Line up the cores with pretty pictures of the blade inside.
It's the same as it ever was.
What?
As soon as people are denied something they desire, they try to take it by force.
Not everyone's like that.
Oh, some give up prematurely, but the feeling is there, I assure you.
Well, in that case, why bother protecting them? Why not let people do whatever?
To remind myself, I must never forget what kind of beings humans are.
Is that what helping me was, too?
Oh.
A long time ago, I seem to recall seeing a very similar scene. Perhaps that too was one face of humanity.
Why did you look so sad back then? That was you too, wasn't it?
Father, why do you not answer when I call? Father, I've missed you.
Subtitles are a little delayed on that one. My boy Jin.
Jin.
What a splendid soul you were, Jin.
Jin.
Was Jin a good man? I don't know. But he knew what he had to do. Oh yeah, I mentioned the loading screens before. I definitely think that one had the better scenes.
Ugh, what a stench! They let beggars roam free in this town? You're a blade, aren't you? Where's your driver? Dead drunk in a ditch? No, somehow I don't think that's it.
Sorry about that brief intermission.
The name's Malos. I'm the same as you.
Chapter 9. Rain. Ooh. 9 and 10 are excellent chapters, I have to say. But now, actually, I should probably update this. Edit. Chapter 10. Done. Refresh. Excellent. Now then, we have actually dropped just a couple frames. 316 of I don't know how many. 0.2% of this stream was dropped, but that's fine. Now then, it's time for the best cutscene in the game. I lost my mind when we got to this point. I already knew, based on that little 2-second flashback in Chapter 7, and then Malos pulled out a Monado, and I saw this. I saw this camera shot, and lost it.
Heat-seeking warhead. We've been hit. Sensing Coriolis deviation across orbital ring.
Songs in the game. The Decision.
Reading shift to west by northwest, magnitude, 2.
Correcting tower balance. Releasing anchor bolt 127 through 214.
then I saw that, and I flipped out even more. The fact that the Zohar shows up. Therefore connects Xenosaga, Xenogears, and Xenoblade.
Echelon siren losses now exceed 60%.
Director, the beanstalk cannot hold. The Saviorite rebels are very close to capturing it.
We have no choice. Initialize ion. Prepare the conduit.
Roger.
Director, the conduit's authorization has failed.
How come?
We're locked out by Professor Klaus. We can't secure access from our side.
What did you say?
Klaus! My boy!
Trinity processes sync rate at 96%.
And then
That
they
should
did
be good
this.
Let's begin the experiment.
Oh! I was
Professor,
standing
no!
up out of my
The
chair.
results have not
Then
been
this
confirmed.
happened. I
It's too
was like
dangerous.
flipping
Ridiculous.
out. I can't explain it enough.
It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine.
Are you serious? Do you even fully understand that
I
thing?
can't express how much
What's
I
the
appreciate
alternative?
the fact
Do you want
that
to just
they
surrender this place to them?
reused- Or
The
should I
conduit is a
say,
gift from some divine entity.
They still included the
It is
same
a
lines from
gateway.
Xenoblade 1.
A
in the
gateway
scene.
that will take us to an entirely new
Ah,
world.
it was so good.
You're delusional. Divine entity? The conduit is nothing more than a meta-universe manifold.
Galea.
And then we got
We humans
Maintenance
are
name,
fools.
Galea.
We've ravaged the planet. We are on the verge of burning even the skies above. But the conduit could transform us into something so much more. Galea, this is the birth of a brand new universe.
Stop, Klaus!
Boom. And then they reused this shot. Oh, it was so cool. The light going across the planet. The pan out to the bottom left. Boom. And in that moment, a universe was born. Oh, it was so good.
Fools, indeed. The time has come.
I cannot express how awesome this scene was, as such a massive fan of the original Xenoblade. Oh. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is somewhere we can go. Actually, I think I might be dead ahead. Is it here? Ooh, there's a shiny chest. A very shiny chest indeed.
Treasure acquired.
Give me all the loot. That's a legendary core crystal. That's a decent shot at a rare blade. Oh, we got a rare one as well. We don't need the thing. Nah. Come on, show me a rare blade. Dang it. Okay, but before I move on, I have to try finding my man Mikhail. We're gonna break a little immersion here. Don't worry, this is New Game Plus, so I already know what's going on. Okay, let's see. The base of the world tree. So it's either is it in the land of Martha? Mega float base? I think it's down here. We gotta go get our man Mikhail.
Keep a close eye out for trouble.
Yeah,
Where
there
do we
he
go
is.
from here?
Nice. So that means we should now have... Yeah, Mikhail. So now we're only missing... What his name is, I forget. Because I already have Cressidas. And Petroka. They're the only two I need. So now back to the world tree. To the top. Megares Gateway. We're almost there.
We came a pretty long way, eh?
Onwards!
Hup. The jumping voice clip is actually a bit delayed. Notice it. Up we go. We're cruising up there. You guys ready to go to space? We literally went to space.
It stopped moving.
Perhaps we've arrived at the end point.
If we go outside, we find out.
Good point. Let's have a look.
Look up.
The stars, they're close enough to touch.
The other view is quite something too. Look at the cloud sea all the way down there.
So this is the top of the world tree. Ah, that sound.
Huh? What is that?
It's Elysium.
Elysium.
The same bell sound.
This way. Let's check it out.
Whoa. I got goosebumps again.
It's been a while, Father.
Logos.
Is that my real name? What's it mean? Logos.
It has no meaning. All it represents is the ego of those who named you.
How many years has it been?
I forget. It has been far too long.
You know why I'm here, don't you?
I know it all. All that you experience is passed on to me here.
Then, let's get straight to the point.
Huh? No need to rush, my child. I'm fading. I'll be gone soon enough.
Is that right? Then I'll take it all.
Do as you wish. If you believe that is your role.
Is that choice really mine? Answer me. This is what I came to hear.
It is a choice you made together.
Good answer. Thanks for creating me.
Ah. And here comes the other answer.
The Radamanthus portal. Oh! We're in space! At the top of the tree. I wonder if you can see the Titans down there. I don't think you can. That would be so cool if they modeled the Titans. But I guess they're just far enough down that the cloud sea covers them. And here you can definitely see that all rest is round. It's not a flat planet. Incredible. The sheer atmosphere that this game gives is just mind-boggling. It's wild. Look at this. It's like it was an advertisement. Come to Elysium.
It sure is bright.
Yeah, it's right through here. I'm sure of it. We've almost reached Elysium.
Except it's gone.
What is this place?
No.
Can this place really be Elysium? Where's the greenery? The water? Birdsong? There's nothing! Nothing here at all!
That should not have echoed like that.
What a wretched
I
sight.
get it was for effect, but come
I
on.
have not seen anything like this in all my years on Allrest.
Pyra!
I don't understand. I don't get it. This is not how I remember.
That bell sound must be coming from somewhere. Is someone here?
Over there. Poppy detected one big thing, kind of like building, over that direction. Sound seemed like it come from there.
That building, eh? Then there's no point hanging around here.
Yeah. Only one way to find out. Let's go, Rex.
Alright. It might still be okay. Maybe it's just this bit that's destroyed. There's bound to be something over that way.
Ugh. I kinda had a feeling playing the game. It just wouldn't be good storytelling if you got to the end and it was just, yeah, you did it, congratulations, game over. Oh wait. What, tell us?
Can I help?
No, 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 we do not. We are not using a Brona. Nope.
Don't expect me to do everything for you.
Akas!
A Brona, I do not like her voice. She was an annoying character. It really is just decimated. Kind of freaky. Gong.
This place looks like it was once a city, and quite an old one at that.
It's actually a lot like the stuff we saw in Moritha.
Way more dusty, though. Maybe because it's so dry up here.
Huh?
I don't feel so good.
It seems to have been a child's vehicle.
Right. So that means people lived here once.
It must have been a grand old city. It stretches further than the eye can see. You could fit the entire population of Allrest into this place, and with room to spare.
I love this sound, the music here in Elysium. Excellent piano. Though I can't understand why they cut the track and started looping it again. Almost made it. Gong.
Is that it?
That's it, alright.
The bells have stopped.
That's not creepy at all.
A signal we should enter, perhaps?
We probably should.
Welcome home, my children.
Who's there?
Father?
What? You don't mean...
The architect is here, but where?
I am always here. Come to me.
A strange stairway opens up in the bottom of a
staircase.
the basement of a church. What do
It
you
seems
do?
to lead to a lower level.
Guess we have to.
Ooh, excuse me. They could really benefit from one of those Hujima Whatsits. The slippy slides.
The building's holding up well inside.
Quality of structural materials much better than in city outside. This made of same substance as World Tree itself.
Same as the World Tree. Huh?
They
Hey,
really
where
sold
is
that.
everyone?
I like how they just kind
Pyra!
of cut.
Gramps!
Make it as sudden as possible.
Pyra! Mithra!
And now we get some of the easiest and hardest fights in the game.
What is that? The Ardanian Imperial Army? Their equipment looks ancient. Like it's come from the past. What is up with this place?
I think I actually, believe it or not, need to turn up the game brightness just a tad. When I adjusted the color profile on my monitor, it really made the darks dark.
Nia! Dromark! I'm so glad you...
Why, Rex?
See, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of cutoff.
You told
They
us
don't overlap it.
Elysium was real.
My lady and I traveled all this way at your behest. Master Rex, did you intentionally deceive us?
I trusted you, you know. I came here because I trusted you.
Nia! Dromark! What are you talking about?
How do you explain this?
You've got it wrong. I told you. I promised Pyra to...
Pyra. Oh, right. Pyra. 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 Is that it? You've only got eyes for her. Get your head out of your ass.
Nia, you're being weird. What is going on?
My lady has given up everything for you, yet still you realize nothing. Even now you cannot see.
I've been here all along. Why won't you realize? Look! Just look at me, Rex!
It's a jealousy fit. Oh, that's cool.
Beware an attack.
Okay, time to take you
So we can
down.
still use Hujima, what's it, Mithra, in these fights. Oh, but they reset my other blade.
Everything we've done, it's all been for nothing.
It's Jaguar Slash? I thought it was Jaguar Smash.
I can still.
Jaguar Slash. Jaguar Slash. I guess. Sure. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Answer me, Rex. Why did you lie to us?
How could you betray our trust?
Run as fast as your legs can carry you, Rex. Oh, it's doing the purple mist in More Ardain.
Why would Nia and Dromark?
You really are a fool.
Morag? Bridget? Huh? Moradane?
You're so thoughtless.
Morag!
Here you are, wasting time. And all the while my countrymen are...
Do you have any idea what you've done?
What do you...
You just run ahead, without a thought for anyone else, and this is the result!
See, Rex actually kind of pulled off that scream when he fell, unlike the he does when you normally fall off a high ledge or whatever.
I couldn't save anyone. If only we hadn't come here. I could have saved my people. I could have saved Niall. If only it weren't for you, Rex!
But me? I didn't mean to...
I hope you're happy now. You've dragged us to some empty ruins. I hope that was worth everything we sacrificed.
Now, this fight I got stuck on when I played it the first time through. I thought this one was pretty tough.
Rolling smash!
But Mithr's strength is too strong.
Finally got something right.
Boom!
My people, much obliged.
This is all your
Double
fault.
spinning
Keep it up.
Easy peasy.
Please, stop this! What's the use in fighting amongst ourselves now?
What's the use? For vengeance! What more reason do I need?
What?
That's right. We must take our vengeance. For the thousands of lives you have stolen!
I killed? No, wait! I didn't!
I'll have your life for an apology, Rex! Stop right there! How dare you run!
I really like Bridget's voice actress. She did a good job.
What is this place? What's wrong with everyone? Pyra, Mithra, Grams! Where are you? Where are you guys?
Why Rex run?
Tora! Poppy, Zeke and Pandoria. Don't tell me you're all...
You having fun, chum? Playing the hero like the kid you are, stringing us adults along.
That's not...
Rex is bad friend. Why Rex become driver when Tora cannot become driver? Tora tries so hard, and for what? It's useless!
Master Pawn is right. Rex just have a little luck and become driver of Aegis? Poppy never asked to be born as imitation. Poppy want to be real too.
Ooh, that would
Not fair!
that one felt a little.
I bet
that
it
one
felt
a
real
bit
good,
nippy.
didn't it?
Like really
Getting
nippy.
special treatment from everyone. Getting chosen by the Aegis. Who decided you should have all that power? How about you hand it over to the prince right now? He deserves it.
Stop it already! I did nothing wrong to any of you.
So you haven't worked that out either? In your hurry to get here, you never stopped to consider all the things you left lying in your wake!
I find it easy that this fight was easier than the other.
Let's show 'em a thing or three.
That's interesting. You know, I just realized, I wasn't really paying attention, but they maintain the visual filter while still actually loading in the zone. Because I don't know if you heard there, but the music actually started playing.
Always have been, always will be. Wing smash! Opportunity presents itself. Why not? I missed. My spirit soars. My thoughts are wild side.
Called on me.
Never fear. Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than before.
That's a level if I've ever seen one. Bada bing, bada boom.
Enough! Stop!
That was a weird one.
Tora! Poppy! No, I never wanted this. Zeke, Pandoria!
What are you doing, Rex?
Ooh, excuse me.
What? Gramps. This place.
Start of the game.
What is the point?
Huh, Gramps?
What is the point of us, really? We are born as blades, then return to our slumber, again and again, over countless years, until we become titans, to wander this world for countless more. And at the end of it all, we sink into nothingness. Have you ever thought about it? What it means to exist for close to an eternity with no clear purpose or goal?
That's...
Must be nice to be human. Living for a limited time, thinking limited thoughts. It must be so much easier. I envy your kind. Just think, Rex, would you? What would you do if you were me? Would you be happy to drift around the ocean with a human on your back?
Interesting note. They used his
Is
small
that
form
all
voice here
I am to be?
instead of his deeper, growly version. You know?
I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that. Why are you asking me? You're being strange. Everyone's acting so strange.
And now we're back to color, I think? Yeah.
Welcome back. You're late, Rex. Where did you wander off to?
Pyra. Mithra.
Come on, let's go ahead and eat. I've cooked up a whole bunch of your favorites. I hope you've got room. Well, eat up. Which kind of bread do you want?
You know, it's really weird after watching Sky Bennett's
maybe this,
streams of this
and
game.
this.
Like,
there you go.
she, Pyra, and Mithra are all just
Thanks.
3 distinct people. It's really, really odd.
Hey, do you want some wine? Oops, you're too young. Silly me.
Mithra, has something happened?
What do you mean?
It's just, you're a lot nicer than normal.
Stop it. I'm always nice to you, aren't I?
If you say so.
Hey, Rex, come on. How can you sit down to eat without washing your hands first? That's a faux pas. Go wash your hands right now.
That was weird.
I
just saw something
sorry.
out of the corner of my eye, but there was nothing there.
You're acting almost like Mithra today, Pyra.
Did you scrub them properly?
Yeah. They're clean.
Great. Okay then, let's eat. Thanks for the food.
It looks really good.
I have to admit, it actually... Usually food in games doesn't look good, like, at all. But they actually made some
Tastes even better.
decent
Of course it does.
food there. I say
After
decent.
all, I made it myself. Maybe I'll try my hand next time. Mithra, no. You know how that always ends. But carbon's good for you. Anyway, I want to
like
do
that
something
line.
nice for Rex too.
We only
No
eat charcoal.
cooking. Who's gonna save the world if Rex gets the runs? You're so mean. It was only that one time.
It's okay, you two. I don't care who cooks. I'm just happy we're... I'm happy we...
This scene got to me. Al Weaver did a great job in this scene in particular. I think this is part of it.
Rex.
I think this is like one of the highlights of his
It's so
performance.
strange. I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. Everyone's all wrong. They all said but now you two.
See, like, that food actually looked kind of decent. The textures weren't bad.
Did I go wrong somewhere?
Here I am talking about game textures over an emotional scene. What am I doing?
I think that's enough. Please, Father.
Oof. Oof. Time to meet the man. The big man. Doo-doo-doo.
You guys.
Rex.
Why are we all here? I thought I was...
I merely wished to examine the shapes of your hearts.
That voice. You're...
My name is Klaus, the architect of this world. I have watched over you All this time, I have seen your thoughts, your desires, the things you have achieved.
So you did that just now?
Yes, those were not your present forms, but alternate possibilities. Your other selves that lie within. That is what I wanted to see.
Our other selves? You mean we're all thinking stuff like that, deep down? Was that how we really feel?
Then you saw it too.
Looks like we were all shown the same kind of stuff. It creeped me out. What are you trying to prove?
Those were the fears you harbor.
I don't get it at all.
What was your purpose in showing us this? Those were not pleasant visions to behold.
This is true.
My only purpose was to find out how mankind has changed and where it is headed.
And were you disappointed?
No. As you stand before me right now, that is who you are. That is enough.
Architect, sir, I came here because I met Pyra. Is this really Elysium? Are you really?
I will show you everything. Memories. Mine and those of this planet. This world was once the stage of a struggle for survival that dwarfed this current predicament. The world was an unseemly place, though glimpses of beauty persisted. What should people live for? Who should they live for? They live for themselves, to harbor desires and struggle to realize them. That is the natural state of man. But I did not think that was good enough. I lost hope for mankind. I searched tirelessly
That ID tag
for an outside solution. And one day, I found it. The conduit. Why it chose to appear before us, I do not know. However, its existence presented a new possibility.
Possibility?
I just had a theory.
Our world was not the only one.
Something that's gonna come up in a minute.
Endless universes coexist.
I've got a thought. I have a serious thought here.
Side by side, yet all completely unaware of one another.
One with a particular
The conduit was our link to these foreign worlds.
Zohar.
And I opened that forbidden gateway, praying that it would change
Take
the
note
world.
of Leia's ID tag for a minute. I don't think it's gonna show it again, but or should I say Mayneth?
You have seen the plane called Moritha, have you not? That is what remains of my world. When I opened the conduit, many people and many things disappeared into distant dimensions. All that remained here were the ruins of Moritha and half of my body.
Your body?
Half of me lives on in some other dimension.
Under the name Zat.
But not for much longer.
What do you mean?
The moment of my other self's demise draws near.
Father, you...
I was a fool. Because of my foolishness, I lost everything. Left here, alone and broken, I longed for oblivion, but even that eluded me. This is my punishment. Retribution from on high, for the sin I have committed.
Of destroying the universe.
On high?
Or at least the world.
There was only one thing I could do. I had to atone for my sin. I swore to restore this world. The first thing I created was a special particulate substance with the ability to restore deteriorated matter. You all know it as the Cloud Sea. The Cloud Sea can disassemble matter it comes in contact with, and rebuild it in the image of all the things that once made up this world. This way, little by little, I could rebuild the world I had brought to ruin.
That's a really pretty scene right there.
Next, I began to recreate life. I gathered miniature vessels containing memories of all this planet's former life forms. And I scattered them across the Cloud Sea. These are the core crystals. The crystals bonded with the Cloud Sea's particulate reconstructors and formed the nuclei of new life. Those nuclei developed into minute life forms, the Titans, who would, over time, grow larger and larger. Finally, the Titans gave birth to complex organisms based on the data in their core crystals. This newly birthed life, over untold millennia, evolved into a new breed of mankind.
Wouldn't it be several breeds?
So that's how we came to live in this world.
But I did not trust this world, born as it had been. What if it were to repeat our mistakes? What if someone like me appeared? To stave off these doubts, I implemented one final measure. And so the Blades were born. Ontos, Logos, and Pneuma. The three cores of the Trinity processor formed their cornerstone. However, Ontos triggered a space-time transition event.
That's my dude, Alvis!
Forever.
Alvis!
I was left with the other two, Logos and Pneuma,
I refuse to believe that's
entrusting
not
them with
Alvis.
managing the Blades. Malos and Pyra. Those are the names that you now know them under.
So, I am Pneuma.
Managing? The core crystals at the heart of each blade are tasked with relaying all kinds of information to Logos and Pneuma about the selection pressures of the outside world and the biological status of their bonded human, but also the experiences and emotions they share. As the data continually accrues, new evolutionary code is sent back to the core crystals. And this code is used to create new, further evolved blades. These blades too become Titans in time, and create new generations of life forms. This was the new circle of life I had created.
A grand scheme. It boggles the mind a tad.
So, we're all born from this endless cycle of life, to replace the victims of the previous world.
That's right. But there were also a handful of survivors. I believe you saw them when you were in Moritha.
This is what I was
The
mentioning
unfortunate
earlier.
ones who clung to life.
That ID tag. Galea had the same one on.
You mean those monsters? Were they originally people?
That boss might have been Galea.
Core crystals
Or at least the
were
Galea
first
of this world.
conceived as a replacement for human brain cells. A product of
Unless-
mankind's age-old quest for immortality.
Just as Klaus
And
had
that's
another
what
half called
became of
Zanza
them.
in the world of Bionis and Mykonos.
How awful.
Does Mayneth have
But that
another half
technology
in some other
became
dimension
the starting
to come?
point for the
Xenoblade
creation
3?
of blades and titans.
So, in
Theories.
one sense, their sacrifice was not in vain. Though not all may see it as such.
So tell us, in the end, did we develop as you had hoped?
What do you think?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, those phantasms which you all experienced earlier, those are feelings that lurk in all of your hearts. As well as that man, Amaltheus. When a person loses something, they cannot help but seek a reason why. Within themselves, or in others. They seek a concrete answer to the question of who they really are deep inside. Such a very lonely existence.
Just a little extra light.
But perhaps
How's that? A little
that
better?
is what it is to be human. All this data passed through me, and I knew. All of you. You were not in any way different from us before. That's why I did not intervene. 500 years ago, when the man finally arrived here, I did nothing when he took away Logos and Numa. I stood and watched as Logos, instantiated into blade form, set out to purge the world.
You don't make sense. Didn't you go to all that trouble to rebuild it? Then why would you...
It is fate.
Fate?
Fate.
It is fated to happen. It cannot but happen.
This is the passage of
atonement.
fate.
Was doomed from the start.
That can't be.
I had made my peace with it. Once more, I longed for nothing more than to disappear. However, something has now changed. And that is you, Rex. You and Numa.
Me? And Pyra and Mithra?
You reforged your bond in a way I had not thought possible. And the life you share. Moreover, the conduit, which fell into a stubborn silence after the world's end, has begun stirring once more. Rex, the power you and Numa exercise is the conduit's power. It comes leaking out of some far-flung dimension. And it is a power we can know nothing about.
I wonder what that dimension is. Is that can't
But
be the
with
world
its
of
help,
Xenoblade 1?
the world may be about to
Because
change.
that would mean the Monado is there powered by the same conduit.
What's all this shaking?
It is Logos. Malos. Trying to destroy this world and everything in it.
What?
Remember, at heart he is but an information processing unit, neither good nor evil. He is driven by a certain impulse. The despair that the man named Amalthus felt.
I see. So it was right. What I felt back then, I mean.
Rex.
Rex, what is it you desire?
What else? To stop Malos.
And if you succeed?
I'll punch him in his stupid face, and then probably get a drink with him or something. That's the sixth rule of the Salvager's Code. First have a punch out, then drink to forget. Once you've forgotten, the friendship's all set. I'm not old enough to drink yet, though.
They put.
I see.
They say that so many times. I don't get what they have against.
Numa.
Well, I mean, yes,
No,
obviously.
I should call you Pyra and Mithra.
But like, they care
What is it?
so much about it.
I want to apologize for having burdened you with all this.
Don't worry. We're actually grateful. Thanks to you, Father, we got to meet Rex. And everyone else. Those are cherished memories. Father.
I have transferred all of Elysium's data and authorizations to you. Make me proud.
We will.
Rex.
Yes.
I will disappear soon. When I do, the conduit will likely disappear from this world. You will not be able to use your power forever.
I understand. We'll make do somehow.
I'm counting on you.
Klaus. Have you changed your mind about this world?
Calling God by his first
Right
name.
now, I think I am glad I met you all.
Got it. Then, our answers match. Thank you for giving us all life.
Seek and Pandoria doing the same stance.
Perhaps I will be able to face you again. Galea.
Xenoblade 3. That's my theory.
Pyra, where's Malos?
If he is here, I know where he must have gone.
Where is it? Tell us.
The greatest of all artifices. The artifice that exists solely to destroy the world. Ion.
Ion? So that's what Malos meant. Then, that's where we'll go.
Okay. I'm gonna continue, but I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break, okay? I will be back momentarily. I return! Sorry for the delay, guys. It is a-okay, though. We're back. And after exposition of the architect, we are ready to continue, but my blades have all been messed up. Cool. Nia, you're a blade. Nia.
Showtime!
And I need Telos. There she is.
Don't expect me to do everything for you.
I need to swap the party order. Tora, you're out. Zeke. Nope. Nope. There we go. Got it. Masterfully done. What's this? Denied. Okay. Let's finish this game. Sorry, I'm doing like 2 things at once.
And arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
Dang. I wish. Oof. Oof. This is a cool sight. That's a lot of death. How are they shooting inside those titans? How does that work?
Are all of those sirens? He's really trying to destroy all of Orest.
Let's hurry, guys!
Dang. We gotta go stop him. Oh, hang on. Hold for 2 seconds. I'm not even gonna change scenes because this is gonna... See, that was quick. That's how you do it. Easy peasy. The Artifice Hangar. The Colossus Hangar. Let me rephrase that. Switch, got it. Let's fight these. Boom, boom, boom. That didn't work how I hoped it would. Ow! What? What?
This is not your place to fall,
That was not okay.
Stop slacking off, see?
Alright, now we can polish them off. Boom. Boom. Destroy the mans. Oh, she changed over to frigid. Right. That wasn't gonna work.
That was a cool move, yeah?
It was
was a fine display of swordsmanship. I could learn a lot from it.
Could learn a lot.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I'll let you know. Call the enemy's attention.
Radiance! Yeah, here we go. Holy moly! Downed us all again.
This is not your place to fall, Rex. You're better than
Rolling stone. Maybe we'll get out of this alive. Photon. Stop slacking off. Much obliged, chum.
Get that water combo now, while Yagro's still on Morag. That looks pretty cool. Boom, boom, boom.
Let us go forth to bring peace not only to the Empire, but to all races.
Put your best foot forward, Rex. Just watch this. Get back. Go for something. Electric. Maybe we'll get out of this alive. Why not? Like your double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge.
Go, Gion. You know, I keep doing the same combo, but hey, if it's working, it's working. I won't complain. Boom, boom. Launch him. Polish it off, Taros. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta say, this is, while this battle theme is only used in this one area, I think it's the weakest of them, in my personal opinion. I don't want to over-level much, to be honest with you. But I'll fight one or two more of them. Keep going. Same combos. It's working, so just keep doing it. Double spinning edge, double spinning edge, double spinning edge. Boom, boom. Oh, I wanted to use Immaculate 16. I have to keep doing that for Telos' affinity chart. Actually, I think a Gion needs to use some level 2s as well. So it might be useful if I switch to Nia off the bat. Come on, Mora, get that level 2. And level 3. Dark Tide. Oh wait, that's not a level 2 Telos though. Boom!
You've come a long way, Rex. Azurda has raised you well.
Rex has
I
always
went the
had
wrong way.
makings. I just pushed him a little.
We gotta go this way, I believe, right? We can jump that. Alley-oop. Oh. I really like that they brought back like the speed falling lines that they had in the first game. Ah. Yeah, it's a couple of sovereigns. We can ignore them. Or not. See, can you pull off her launch? Thank you. There we go. Now then, let's get out of here.
A new locale. I've gained a new memory.
The Ion Hangar entrance. Now this is a final alleyway if I have ever seen one. You know? It looks pretty awesome, can't lie. Here we go. Let's do this.
Malos!
You know, I probably should have saved.
Just in time for the final act, boy. I've saved you the best seats in the house.
That was kind of a
I
dumb
sounded
decision.
just like Akos for a moment there.
Akos is dead, you bastard. So is Petroka. And Jane.
Figured as much.
Is that all?
What? You want me to weep and deliver a eulogy? What good would that do? They all desired oblivion, and now they've achieved it. Least I can do is send them off with a smile.
Malos, is this really what you want?
Huh?
Is this what you want? Malos?
I don't understand the question.
You must understand by now that none of this is your own will. You have to see all of this came from Amalthus.
Even if that's true, so what? And don't give me some weak-ass crap about how I should repent or whatever.
Why don't you want to hear the truth?
Here's the thing. I don't give a rat's ass what you think, brat!
Brat!
So blades become titans, and titans give life to humans. Honestly, who even gives a damn? They can become whatever they want. But that man, he'd lost everything.
This is one of my favorite lines here, coming up. He lost.
He no longer wanted anything. He didn't even want to live anymore. And despite that, his life was the one thing he hadn't lost. Because he couldn't!
I love that line. I don't know why. It's not even like it's a
Thought of you
aggressive
forgetting
or
me. It's like
moving
one
or
is being
motivational.
ripped in two.
It's like really depressing, but it comes off so well.
Words can be a curse. That curse was what kept him tied down here. A wretched tale, isn't it? This whole world is a wretched place.
Do not forget that you too are a part of that world. If it were not for you, for Amalthus, both Jin and Laura's lives may have taken quite different paths.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You've gotten smarter with age, huh? I'm a wretched being too. A hideous monster, far beyond saving. So, let's end this now.
I think Malos might be one of my favorite.
Don't you
voices.
feel anything?
His
Father's
actor,
sadness,
I
the
don't know his
world
name off
he
the top of
longed
my head,
for.
but he
How
is so
could I?
good.
That isn't
my role in this world.
This man. Does he mean to...
Come at me, kid! Come! My partner! Give me all you've got. You better show me all of it! The extent of your will! Show me why you're here in this world!
Go. This is it. We've come this far. And I love how the music cues right here. Okay. We need orbs and stat. We can't afford to lose this fight because I don't know when I last saved. So, this is big. Whoa, I think I got that in. If I run that with Nia, then I can spare the usage on Morag. Ow! I used that too soon, didn't I? Darn it. Wait.
This should be enough for you! This way.
Now I can do some healing. Mithra! One moment, hold on. Cosmo! Rolling smash! Anchor shot! Ha!
This is kind of a mess. I'm really not doing this efficiently. Rex is down, but I can still heal. Come on, Zeke, get over here, get over here. Quick, 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 quick. He's almost down to the threshold anyway, so it should be fine. There we go, right there. That's what I was waiting for. Good try and go for a big chain attack to finish this. Okay, so you thought the scene with Klaus is where I freaked out I was talking earlier? That had nothing on what we're about to see.
You're not burning anyone today!
My lady!
Oh!
Zumak!
Don't trouble yourself. It's nothing.
Can you still not see? Stop the artifice! Malos!
Rex is pretty nimble. I never really noticed that.
See what, brat?
I
The
wonder
world's
if they end
never
up
gonna
fighting Smash,
change
they'll
if
keep
that's
that
all
kind
you
of nimble
got.
rolling and whatnot that he can do. Like Shulk is a very he's a slower, more methodical fighter, but I wonder if Rex will be a little bit more wisping around, doing quick attacks.
It will change. I will change it. That's the reason we've come all this way.
Boom.
Why don't you just let it go? Who do you think you're doing this for?
I'm doing it for myself. If it helps put smiles on people's faces,
Mess that up.
helps them live their lives together, then that's my role in this world!
Rex finally screams!
Jin told me to take care of you. In his place, you know. Jin never wanted to die. He just wanted to connect with you. He did it because you showed him a path.
And how many people died because of
Here
it?
we go, here we go, here we go.
You'd forgive him just like that?
Forgiving isn't that easy, but that's just the world we live in. We need to find a way forward within that world. Even you
Rex
used to think
screams
like
again.
that. What?
Here we go, here we go. This blew my mind. Ooh.
Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny!
My man Shulk! He straight up called through the portal that Klaus ties the world of Bionis Mechanis to all rest, and literally confirms that Xenoblade 2 is a sidequel to Xenoblade 1. These stories happen at the same time. Right there, he has the Monado 3 and is about to kill Zanza, and here we are about to take down him. Super hype.
I'll show you the end of the world. When I am.
Here we go.
This is the thunder of justice.
Well done. Maybe we're
Ow! Oh shoot.
Yes, this is not your place to fall, Rex.
I feel better. Stop slacking off, Z.
Maybe we'll get out of
Much
this alive
obliged,
after
chum.
all.
My thoughts exactly.
Okay, we need to get orbs up and stat. Here we go, let's get fire. Uh-oh, Zeke's hurting. We can do... I can switch over and do Dark. That'll take Nia, Aegeon, and Talos. Uh-oh. That's exactly what I was trying to have not happen. Nice. Sure. Zeke, pull out Cosmos, quick. Boom, boom, boom. That was a heavy hit. And Zeke is back down again.
Stop slacking off, Zeke. Much obliged, John.
Draw the enemy's attention this should be enough for you!
No, don't look this way. This might work.
Let's get Mithra back out. Kill these things quick. And Zeke's down again. God, I need like a Hojima what's it on Zeke. One of those agility mods. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Dang it. That was actually kind of critical because we got to dodge the other attack that way. We could use another one of these. Get more crits up. Yes. We're gonna do another water combo with this one. And I'm in the air, I think. Okay. He's dead. Okay. Let's set up a... What? What?
The time to defend is
Come on.
now.
This is the thunder of justice! Yep! Break!
And hit it. No!
Never fear.
Tanked it. We're good. We're good. Ah! This guy got me. Come on, come on, come on. Undo it, undo it, undo it. Boom! Okay. Let's get another one. Let's get another. Actually, we might need it. Oh, great. Zeke is down again.
That's karma!
Stop slacking off, Zeke.
Let's do water and get her to switch to ice. Come on. Ah. Get closer. No, Frigid. We don't want Frigid. We want Godfrey. Uh-oh.
This is not your place to fall, Rex.
Guess we're not pulling out Numa.
Stop slacking off, Zeke. Much obliged, everyone's getting sidetracked.
I'm on a roll! This is the end!
No! Oh! Oh! He pulled out Prometheus. I was like, I gotta do it now. Oh.
Here I go!
Yeah!
We did it.
Let's get this done, so we can move
on.
For the future.
Nice done. I love this game. With that, the conduit departs from this world. And alongside it, Klaus.
This is the last gift I can offer you. The rest is up to you, my children.
We've done it. Goodbye, Klaus. The other artifices just stop?
It's been fun, kid.
Malos.
If only I'd met you sooner. Just think of the worlds I might have seen. But even so...
If I had been your driver, all of this...
Kids say the damnedest things. There was only one driver for me.
Only
one. In all, it wasn't so bad.
He's gone.
Malos.
Looks like he's finally found it. Lady Morag. A meaning to his life.
Indeed.
Frankly, I'm a little jealous. After all, most people go their whole lives without finding theirs. I wonder if I'll find mine.
You've got one already, haven't you? And if what you've got isn't enough for you, well, you can always leave things to the next generation.
You've got a point. Surprisingly enough.
Zohar's gone. And just like that, Elysium is about to collapse. Kaboom, kaboom.
Huh? What's going on?
That's... what? And at this rate, all of Elysium will collapse.
What?
Since the conduit disappeared, the power holding Elysium together was cut off.
What's gonna happen when it crumbles? Not...
Everything above this point will either orbit the planet or be flung into space by centrifugal force. However, everything below this point, the World Tree itself, will fall apart on top of all rest.
No, that can't. The impact would destroy.
There has to be a way to stop it. Pyra, please! Pyra!
There is one way. Just one way to prevent it. 5 stories down from here, there's a control room for the correction boosters.
Look at that! There's an upper orbit station.
If we can fire the booster jets and accelerate the whole World Tree beyond escape velocity.
Look, I haven't got a clue about boosters or velocities, but I'm gathering that we gotta get there, and fast.
Okay, 5 floors down. Let's hurry.
Azurda! Poppy!
I knew it. Like, once they did that close-up on her grimacing, that something wasn't right.
What did you say?
Poppy could not possibly.
Please! You're the only ones I can ask.
But...
Poppy, you promised, didn't you?
That below belt.
Please.
You're a real piece of work.
Here we go. How on earth did they build this thing? With... You have to assume that they didn't have the conduit like already
What is this?
installed when they built the World Tree.
Ships. Is this a port?
I love this quiet. That's when you know she can't go.
Pyra? What are you doing there? Where's the control room? Pyra! You can't mean...
I'm sorry. This was the first lie I ever told you.
Pyra!
The only way to stop the World Tree's collapse is to use the last of Ion's power and annihilate the World Tree. I'm sorry, it is the only way. You all need to use one of those escape vessels and get as far away as possible.
What? The last of Ions? Pyra! What are you doing? It'll be fine, right? You'll deal with the World Tree, then come back, right? Wait! Just wait, I'll come with you! Damn it! There's not enough wire! I got it! Poppy? Poppy?
It's not okay. Poppy cannot.
What do you mean you can't?
Poppy made promise.
To this day, this
Pyra
Poppy
said
spells
that
the
Rex
same.
for sure asked Poppy. Said not help Rex, no matter what.
What kind of promise is that? Please, I'm begging you. All you gotta do is take me over there. The rest of you can just...
Rex.
Come on. Please. She's right there.
Rex.
Gramps.
Sometimes a man must know when to let go.
Why? Why?
Do it for her, Rex. Do as she asks.
I appreciate that the models in
Gramps!
this one can actually like make a fist, unlike
Chum.
Shulk's. This,
How
whatever
long
this
are you
is.
planning on being a baby?
This is apparently a fist in Xenoblade 4.
She's the girl you love. You got to accept her decision. That's what being an adult means.
Rex, I am so thankful that I've met all of you.
I'd like to no clip on it to see what Rex's face is doing.
Rex, Rex!
You know, low-key, Nia is also like kind of happy for obvious reasons.
Pyra.
Rex!
The core crystal.
You'll be fine. Without me now.
Pyra. Pyra!
All that debris right there is apparently one model. They found that in the data mine. There's a lot of like neat little things that I learned about this game, about like how it's constructed and whatnot. It was really interesting. It's coming down! They definitely used pre-rendered
Hello
scenes
there.
way more
I
in this
hope
one versus the original.
You'll help me.
I think there were like either 3 or 4 pre-rendered ones in the entirety of Xenoblade. And I think we've seen that many in the beginning of this game as well.
Rex, I'm so glad to have met you. Our time together was short, a fraction of my long, long years. But it's been warmer and brighter than any time I can remember before. You shone a light on my melancholy path. You showed me the way.
You know, I missed that little cut back to Numa the first time I saw this, and I was like, how did they know how to activate those pods? And I didn't. Numa did it for them.
Thank you for that, Rex. Thank you for that gift of light.
So tell me, how was it being alive?
Do you really want to know? Well,
I don't like that they do this several times in this game. They do they say something, but you can't hear it. Just say it. Like, unless there's, like, story significance there. Especially in a game like this, where the lip syncing doesn't change across versions, just because it's animated for the Japanese dub, the original. Like, you can't do that, like, and pull it off well. It just doesn't work. That's a big criticism. Again, the group skills are never good.
Rix! Gramps?
You know, I think this form does suit me best.
Gramps!
We're heading down. Everybody grab onto something.
They really went down there.
Cloud Sea is... The Titans are... gone.
I can't believe it. Is everyone dead? We were too late. At the land of Mortha.
So there's nothing left of the world but ruins?
We're crossing that rift.
I have to to say, that's a really pretty shot right there.
Look!
Via Genbu. Sea Titans. These little old grabs. It's cool, you can even see the little, the thin lines. That's the Titan from the beginning of the game, right there. You can even see, on Uriah, you can even see the little, like, the fleshy, translucent bits that let the light into the main area. It's cool.
The Titans.
They're joining with the land.
And Gormar.
It's true. I think I see what Klaus meant by restoring the world.
Gramps? So Elysium was here all along.
You know, Rex, I think you're right.
We're finally here.
What a wild game. It really is. Question. Are they... I guess they're not playing the Hujima What's It? The post-credit scene. Well, that's it. Xenoblade 2. This is actually my second time playing through it, and I've seen the ending several times over, be it watching other people finish it for themselves, or even just replaying the ending myself. But now I wait. There's actually two things I'm waiting on for this game. One is the hard mode that I keep hearing them promising, and I'm really looking forward to trying that. And secondly is the actual expansion that I'm suspecting we're going to hear about at E3. But it's done. It's all done. I'm almost just like, when I got to this point, the first time I played through this game, it was just like, oh my god. You just had to kind of sit down and process it, because it was so wild the first time around. You got to the end and... I really like this rendition of Elysium in the Blue Sky. So this marks the end, not only of this game, but also of our first fully successful stream. I did that little, like, I played for like half an hour earlier, and okay, here we go. They are going through it. And I played for like half an hour, but the audio was busted. And it was the dumbest reason. I explained it at the start of the stream if you missed that. So you can go back and look at that. I will also be adding this to YouTube, just because obviously many people probably are not here. I'm looking at the view count and there is one person, and it's a bot. I'm 90% sure. At least it was last I checked. Nope, we actually have a legitimate person. Slow Cool. I think that's a legitimate person. They were here earlier when there were a few others chilling in chat. No one spoke though, which was kind of off-putting. I guess it's a shy audience. That's fine though. I'm mostly just practicing at the moment, getting used to the whole doing it live kind of thing, you know? But this is it. So I am going to sign out and let the rest play. So, yeah, it's been real, guys. I will see you all, I guess, in the next video or stream, whatever it is. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. So then, until that time, take care. See you around.